Dear sisters, I have been friends with my best friend for more than 15 years. There is nothing we don't know about each other. Our likes, dislikes, allergies, friends, crushes, partners, secrets, you name it. We've been so close that we could pass for blood sisters. For about 6 months now, I've been dating my boyfriend. He is everything I want and need in a man. And trust me, he's every woman's dream. To top it all, he's very rich and caring too. Sisters, my best friend called me one night to tell me that she had seen my boyfriend at a club with some guy or with some girl and with another guy too. My man hadn't told me he was going out with his friends, let alone with another woman. So I flipped. I asked for the location and I immediately stormed the club. He was very close to the lady and they were chatting and having a very nice time. They hugged, whispered in each other's ears and danced together. I immediately showed my face when they got onto the dance floor and didn't listen to anything. I instantly created a scene and my boyfriend was signaling me to stop, but I didn't listen to him. I called him a flat, cheat, and unfaithful man. I insulted both of them and left. He followed me trying to explain things to me, but I didn't give him the chance to. This time, my best friend showed her face and was trying to calm me down. I sat in my car and drove off. He came to my house all week trying to apologize, but my best friend advised me not to forgive him because he's a cheat. She would actually pick my call on my behalf to talk to him, and I didn't see anything wrong with that. Sisters, it's been 4 months since the incident, and my best friend came to me to tell me that she's getting married. Can you imagine who she's getting married to? The same man she advised me to break up with.
Oh, you are.
I'm confused. She has been begging me for forgiveness since she mentioned this to me. She said she was jealous of the perfect relationship I was blessed with and still begging. To make matters worse, the lady my boyfriend was with on that night happened to be his favorite cousin who just returned from London that evening and wanted to party. I'm so pained. I feel manipulated. I destroyed my blessings with my own hands. What should I do to my best friend? The question is, what should she do to her best friend?
Wow.
That is the question of the day. What should she do to her best friend? I need your advice. Thank you.
Wow.
Rosie.
Oh, because I gave you.
Yes. Sorry. Me and my
Best
lap.
friends. You see, maybe the reason why she's saying what should she do to her best friend is that when you are dating a man, no matter how much the man thinks they know how much you care about them, your best friend knows exactly how you feel about them. Because you're not dating your best friend, but they know your secrets, how you feel, how you adore this person. They know how you feel about a man. Now, the man also has a responsibility as your boyfriend to not engage with somebody else, especially someone as close as your best friend.
Yes.
But a man is a man. But your best friend is that one who is close to you for 15 years, like a sister. So if anybody would betray you, you wouldn't want it to be your best friend. That really hurts. It sticks. Now, let me come back to the story. Now, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, the man and this best friend were probably already at it on the side. Reason being that, you see, when the lady told the girlfriend about the fact that the man was hanging out in the club with another girl, first question, how did she know?
Exactly.
She probably knew because the man had told her. And the man had told her because they were probably intimate on some level. And the man freely gave that information to her first.
Yeah.
Then she went to the club. Number two, when she told the girl, sometimes when you're giving information to people, you need to know the kind of person you're giving information to. There are some people who have temperaments that can be controlled. Some are quite erratic. Now, you gave this information to her. Now, this girl goes berserk You follow her to the club, but you didn't show your face. You allowed your friend to go and dirty herself.
Yeah.
Then after dirtying herself, you now
came
showed
back,
up
yeah.
to now come and calm things down.
After causing the storm.
After causing the storm, then you now come and pretend that, oh, calm down, calm down, calm down. Now check, this is what's going to happen. After the whole incident and she's talking and blah, 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 this girl is busily talking to your boyfriend behind the scenes about, hey, she doesn't know how lucky she is to have somebody like you. And even this one cry for some, that girl cry. Can't she be a little considerate? But you know, you can't say anything because you know, she's your friend. If you don't side with her, to be like da 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 da. So now, it hurts me when women do things like this to each other. It really pains me, and it's something that happens a lot, especially not on this level, but sometimes even friends who are just jealous of what you have. And normally when you have a friend, something has happened between you and your man, and then the other side, no, don't go back, don't go back, don't go back. I mean, you can go like, you know what, if it were me, this is below the line, I wouldn't go back. But normally they like pick your phone, respond, no, don't go back. Why are you calling her? Why are you calling her? Look, those things, they scream of, you know, whatever it is to me. But then that being said, for me, you shouldn't even be hurt. A man that you have dated, who can in 4 months decide to tie the knot with your best friend, I don't think it's something
in 4
that...
months, that's my
I don't think it's a human being you have lost. You have just been saved. Because most likely you'll be in that relationship. If he and this girl are having something to do with each other, you'll be surprised that you've been in the relationship, you'll still be counting the years. He will never marry you. He will never settle with you, but he'll still be with this girl doing underground things. Or he'll marry you and still be doing underground things with your bestie. You understand? And you're lucky that the girl has actually told you that she was jealous of you. So that you have a lot of information to work with. And as I'm growing, I've learned to detach myself from noise. So when you're going through issues and all of these things, in fact, when things happen between me and people, I even see it as a blessing that, oh, you know what, it happened so that I know that you are not my people. You understand? So for me, this whole situation is very painful because you're a human being, but it's a blessing in disguise. You didn't have to get married and deal with a cheating husband who is cheating with your very best friend. You know, it's happened earlier. So you can, you've already detached yourself from this man for 4 months already. Detach yourself from this best friend and then concentrate on other things. So for me, don't even think of what to do with this best friend. She will get her meter. A man who can leave a wife or a woman that she's with to go and marry the best friend after 4 months, guess what she can do to you, especially if you were part of the process. If you were part of the process in making him leave the woman, oh, there's a lot that's coming your way. So for me, just leave that whole situation behind and build your life, concentrate on your life. I don't think you should do anything to the girl or the man.
Right. Olivia?
Continuing from Rosie, this is the reason why I don't do friends. I learned the hard way, and I still stick to my guns. I do not do friends. I have acquaintances. Oh, hello, hi. Oh, I give you a call once in a while. And numpo, like when I remember. But my circle is so tight and it's so knit up. Like it's tightly knitted. Even amongst, my husband doesn't do friends either. We have people that, they're people in our lives. There's somebody you know you can count on when there's a doctor friend. You can count on them. There's a strategic friend. We're building. There's this person I can count on. Touchwood, there's an emergency. There's a break-in. Touchwood. I know I can call this person. But friend, like how our typical Akan saying will say, Damfo a wonene bon kusiatafre. I don't know how to say that in English, but somebody
Bride or die.
Bride or die. I don't have some. The reason why I say that is because, and I'm not saying that, oh, like there's no friend. Even the Bible says that sometimes you can find a friend who is closer than a brother. right? But you realize that in this world, you don't know people, and the mind is such a playing field, and maybe it's a way of me trying to sort of guard my heart. Maybe it's a way of a way in which I'm trying to guard my space, because you don't know people and you can't be extremely trusting of people. But there's certain people you can trust. I'm not saying that don't have friends, don't do anything, but be mindful of who you talk to, who you call friend, who you share information with, who you share blessings with. Trust me, you could be busy whispering your blessings and your things to, like, to your enemy. You don't know. There's a reason why when you look at the Bible and you read the story of Joseph, when God gave him the dream and he was going on, oh, I dreamt this, you know, I'm going to be bigger than all of you. And his brothers looked at him like, you small boy, why are you going? Because they could not see the future. Not everybody shares in your dreams. Not everybody likes you. Not everybody appreciates you. Not everybody wants you to thrive. You see, so you have to be careful of who you call friend and who you entertain in your circles. So moving forward, this is a bitter pill. It's a very, very bitter pill to swallow. And I'm sorry that you had to go through it. But honestly, like Rosie said, you have not lost a human being. Your best friend and your boyfriend deserve each other. Because he doesn't value you. If he valued you, he would have come chasing and you would have come explaining and you would have taken the time. Yes, he called, but how many calls are? So you call, you didn't visit. You didn't, you know, he didn't try hard enough. If he decided that he was just going to be talking to the best friend, like, okay, so if I can't go past the best friend, then what? And then immediately he now finds a convenience to take solace from the best friend and now marries your best friend. No. So honestly, I really think that it's a blessing in disguise, and I know that forgiveness is hard. And as much as people preach that, oh yeah, forgiveness is like you're doing yourself a favor, sometimes it does not come cheap. Sometimes you actually have to ask God to help you to forgive, because it's tough. Me, one of the reasons why I do not do friends is because I think I've said it on this show, and I'll say it again just in case somebody is tuning in for the first time. My mother entertained a friend in her home when my dad was out on diplomatic mission. We used to go, tell me what school I didn't go to. I used to go to Ambassador's Kids School. There was nothing. My father used to ship cars. There was everything at home. I lived a sport life. My sisters and I used to import chocolates from Switzerland just to eat, dolls, apples. What do you want? What do you need? Everything was home. My dad used to buy a whole trunk full of different kinds of fabric from Malta, from my mom. He really loved my mom to bits. Went on one of his postings to Libya. My mom we went on holiday. My mom bumped into a friend of hers, and then she's like, oh, hello, hi, how are you? Oh, I didn't think in the supermarket. Oh, I didn't think I'd see you here. Oh, yeah. Oh, do you know what? My mom was like, oh, you know what? I live like 2 blocks away from this supermarket. Come over and come visit sometime. This woman says, oh, yeah, no problem, I'll come visit. My mom was home. This woman comes and says, oh, my husband is going on stowaway. Things are really hard. My mom is like, oh, you know what? We'll pray for you. Everything will go well. My mother leaves to come to Ghana because she decides, oh, let's have our family here. We should go to school so that we'll be stable, so we don't go to school. Cut a long story short. When my mother was busy taking care of family here, this woman was busy warming my father's bed, cooking food for him, and now my father's mind just changed. He didn't want to have anything to do with my mom. He didn't really care. When it came to time for us to come on holiday, he would give excuses that he has to go with this. My mother ends up dying out of broken heart, like the whole shebang. My daddy didn't even want to pay school fees. My mother dies. My father later on marries this woman of a friend, marries her, builds a house, and it's in her name. And my daddy dies, and this woman claims my daddy didn't leave Kobo, 1 city, takes everything. She had the nerve to actually dance when my daddy died on his funeral day. Like, there's wickedness in this life. I'm not saying that everybody is like that too. All I'm saying is that how do I put it? Like, I have Like, it is a tough life lesson I had to learn. And because of that, I'm worried. And it's not, I'm also saying that there are not good people out there. There are good people out there. But at the end of the day, I've had to create boundaries. Have friends, by all means. Create boundaries. Honestly, if I think that there's a friend that you have to have, it should be your husband.
And if you're not married?
Your children. And if you're not married, it's tough. If you're not married, there could be some, because at the end of the day, then again, so you can't also say that you're living life all alone.
Yeah, no man is an island.
No man is an island. Have friends, but be mindful of what you say to them. Be mindful of the spaces you allow them to occupy. And be mindful, 110%, always be, besides God, even married people, you can't trust your husband 110%. So just be mindful moving forward, and by all means pray, because I know there are good people out there. God will help you find that one good person.
All right, Sicho, what are your thoughts when it comes to sisterhood?
My sisters have said something quite profound, and so my first angle on this entire issue, I'm going to layer it on from there. The Bible has spoken about be wise as a serpent, and the fact that guard your heart with all diligence. Out of it comes the issues of life. Friendship is a very tricky thing. I used to, my mom, if there was any advice my mom gave me more than 10 times, it was about friendship, because I used to like making friends a lot. And she used to always advise me against it. She had about 2 friends. I know someone who asked me, why is it that you only meet a certain type of guys, or do you take your guys somewhere? Huh? It was so shocking to me, and this person I always thought was my friend. She was like, why do you only meet a certain caliber of men? Do you pass somewhere? I hadn't been stunned in my life like that before. But that's the whole point. Now let me go back. Yeah. Now let me go back to no. Now let me go back to the beginning of this and where I wanted to tackle it from. First of all, the girl was also the lady who wrote to us, Madam, you were very immature in the handling of things.
In dealing with
and I think if we ladies here do not tell you, we would have done you a disservice. First of all, when your friend calls you out of nowhere to tell you your man is in the club and you even want to go to the club, can you at least act as a lady? You are not there to now go and throw tantrums like a child. You are an adult, expected to be dating an adult. Now, if that adult does not behave like an adult, it is not your place to go and dirty yourself in muddy waters because a man has decided not to behave like a man. You go there, you see for yourself what you need to see. You ask a few questions. Hi, hello, madam. What's wrong with you saying hello to the the woman she's sitting there with?
It could be
Hi,
anybody.
hello, madam. Yes.
It could be business.
Oh, lovely meeting you. And tell your man, oh, I'll see you later. I just
passed by.
Yeah, just passed
and
by.
then maybe he might
and
even
then
stop in your track and say, oh, babes, this is my cousin.
Now, exactly. Now, secondly, even if you are angry and you're leaving and this man is calling you, following you to apologize, what stops you from stopping in your tracks and listening? It's all part of being an adult. Hear him out. If you still want to decide based on whatever he's told you, you can go ahead and decide. Now, thirdly, why do you go home and he calls you? I'm guessing at this point that at least he called you for a week. And your friend tells you not to pick his calls. Why? If you are dating someone, you must at least extend an olive branch to them when issues come up. This is a determinant of the fact that you are not matured enough to be in a relationship. Because issues are going to come up in life if you are with this person. And if you are not able to deal with just one issue, which you don't know the root of, then what kind of a woman are you going to be in a marriage where you see him in bed with someone? What if somebody is trying to force themselves on him and you see that? Does that mean you're just going to run out of that marriage and, disgrace your husband? So these are all things as a matured woman you need to learn how to handle. There's something called tact. There's a reason why the word is there. Behaving maturely in any situation is a tact and act people need to learn. And I'm sorry, but you behave immaturely. And whatever has come to you, you must carry the cross as it comes to you. Lay in that bed as you've made it. Now let's go to the best friend. Unfortunately, we women, we always say it, but I'm going to reiterate it again on this panel. We women are our own enemies. And every time issues come up and it proves that point 100%. Your own friend, what business do you have even talking to her boyfriend that she has issues with? Once that man, now we all know that men are men, but again, even that, no matter how logical men are, it gets to a point when they decide, okay, this girl is being immature and she's being unreasonable with this issue. You know what, I'm going to leave her and just pursue other people. Now, even him deciding to pursue your friend could be an act of revenge.
Revenge, yeah.
You know, or to piss you off. But as logical as they are, you, a woman, should know that, oh, I mean, this is my friend that I've known for so many years, who is my close friend and all that, and I shouldn't have done that. So your friend, at this point, is no more your friend. And if you're matured enough, you cut this person off silently. Nice. Sometimes, you don't even need to argue. You don't need to fight. I remember a friend of mine did something, I think this was about a year or a year and a half ago, and I decided not to talk to her anymore. When she sends me messages, I just say, okay, thank you. I don't bother. I don't explain myself. I don't ask her questions, because I feel people are matured enough and they know what they are doing. After 30, you know what you're doing. Every single move you make, you know why you made it. And I'm not about to now ask questions and banter words with people. I think I used to do that a lot when I was younger, but now at this point in my life, I just go the calm way. You move on and you eat your peace. So unfortunately, as it is now, this is what it is. This man does not deserve you. He's shown the kind of person he is. He is a vengeful person. He's immature. Yeah. He doesn't know how to handle women. And he's found who he deserves. So I think you should leave him for him. And then your friend too, that should be the last time you should be speaking to such a person or considering such a person your friend. I am so sorry this has happened to you, but hopefully you learn from this moving forward, that when it comes to men and other people, you use your wisdom first and you use your tact second. That's how you deal with humans generally.
People, and you know, the other time we were discussing mental health issues. Maybe you are going through trauma, you are going through issues. You discuss with somebody you think is a friend, and the next thing you know, it's being used against you. Your issue is all over the place. Or maybe they're actually working. Look, this thing where you are telling somebody that, Charlie, I love this person, but these are the issues I'm having. Then they'll pass back to go and tell this person that, oh, this your girlfriend is saying A, B, C, D, E, and the way and manner in which they'll package it. Then instead of the person probably seeing that, oh, my girlfriend, you know, really needs my attention. It's misconstrued, and the next thing you know, you are the short end of the stick.
One thing I've noticed is that sometimes the signs are always on the wall, but we ignore them. Sometimes a person is showing you little signs that they are envious of you. They are not happy about your progress. They are this, they are that. But we ignore all of them and we keep telling them things. Sometimes you are giving someone an information. You call this lady your friend. You share your good news with them, but you realize they never share stuff with you. I don't know if you've ever had a friend like that.
Oh, yes.
They never share good news with you. They only share bad news. They never share their problems with you. They only share, they're only bragging to you. Those people are not your friend.
I know, right?
You see? Or people that when you have an issue, they keep probing. You see, sometimes you should understand that the person just wants to vent. So the person will say 1, 2, 3, but you know, they'll come the next day. So this thing that you said, you see, so now,
or somebody who never advises you. Even when you're doing something wrong, don't pick his call. Don't pick his call. Why?
We can actually go on and on.
But my problem is that when they went to the club, she was on the side,
waiting to pop in and say, "I told you so."
That was the biggest
break. When we come back, we'll get into our second letter of the day.